going to practice counting money with dollar bills. We've been working hard on counting with coins, but you guys have gotten so good at counting with coins that we're going to move on to counting with dollar bills. Some of our problems we're going to solve today are going to be way up there, so I hope you are ready to count pretty high. All right, if you haven't done so, get your whiteboard and your dry erase marker, and you're going to work along with me on this video. I'm going to show you a problem. You're going to draw it out on your whiteboard, and you're going to solve it along with me. All right, let's get started. When you're counting with dollar bills, before we start doing that, I want to review counting with quarters. Now, we're not going to use hairy money in this video, so it's important that you know how to count with quarters. So 4 quarters make $1, and to count them, you count 25, 50, 75, and then you're at $1. Okay, so again, that is 25, 50, 75, $1. And it's important you know how to count quarters when you're counting dollar bills. All right, let's move forward. Okay, here we have our first problem. I see some dollar bills, I see some quarters, I see some dimes and pennies. So when we count dollar bills, we always count the dollars first. I just think that's easiest to do. And then because I'm kind of old and forgetful, I write down the dollars that I have before I count my cents. All right, so it looks like I just have $1 bills, so these are really easy to count. Okay, now go ahead and pause the video and draw this on your whiteboard so you're set up to count along with me when I start counting. Okay, let's count our dollar bills. This is very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right now we have $4. So down here I'm going to write my $4 just so I don't forget how many dollars I have right now. Now that could change because if I have more than $1 in coins, I'll have to change that to reflect the dollars that I do have. Okay, now I'm going to my coins. I start with my biggest valued coin, and out of this group of coins, I see 3 quarters. Okay, so I'm going to count my 3 quarters. I'm going to count 25, 50, 75. Okay, now I'm moving to my next biggest coin of value. So I see I've got a bunch of dimes here. All right, so I'm going to count these dimes. So I'm at 75. Here I have 85, 95, and then if I add another 10, I'm going to be at $1.05. Okay. All right, now I add another 10, and I'm at $1.15. Okay, here's another 10, $1.25. And then here's another 10, $1.35. Okay, now the only thing I have left to count down here is my penny. Okay, so if I add 1 cent to that, I'm at $1.36. Okay, so my change, all of this, equals $1.36. So I'm going to add one more dollar to my $4 bills. So now I have $5. And then my cents don't change, so I still have 36 cents. Now, to make this correct, I need to put a dollar sign before the 5. So the value of this set of money is $5.36. All right, good job. Erase and move on. Okay, I see I've got some bigger dollar bills this time. I've got 2 5s here, so I will count those by 5s, and then I'll count my $1 bills by 1s. Okay, so let's count. Our dollar bills are 5 and 10. 5, 10. Okay, and then I'm moving on to my $1 bills. So I add one more, 11, 12. Okay, so right now I have $12 in dollar bills. Now I'm set up to count my coins. Okay, so I see I've got a quarter here. That's where I'm going to start. My quarter is worth 25 cents. Okay, now here's a little trick I like to do. I think it's easier to count tens than fives. So since I'm at 25 and I know this nickel right here is 5 more, that's going to get me to where I can count by tens for a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add this 5, and that's going to get me to 30. Okay, so that's a little trick to get to a 10. All right, now I'm ready to count all my dimes. Okay, so now I have 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then I'm ready for my nickel here. That is 95 cents. Okay, now the only thing I have left to do is add my penny. And I go from 95, one more is 96 cents. Now since I'm not over $1, I don't need to change the $12 for my dollar bills. That stays the same. Now I just need to add my decimal point and my 96 cents. And then what sign do I need to add? I hope you said $sign in front of the dollars. Okay, so this group of dollar bills and coins has a value of $12.96. Good, erase your board and let's move on. Okay, here's a new set of money. Go ahead and draw this amount on your whiteboard. Go ahead and pause if you need to, okay? All right, I see that I've got a $20 bill. I always want to start with the greatest value. So I have a $20 bill here, so I'm going to start counting that at 20. Okay, then I've got 5 more, so that will be what? $25. Then I've got one more dollar bill down here, so that is equal to, when I add that, it has a value of $26. Okay, so right now I have $26. Now I'm ready to count my coins. Okay, I'm always going to start where? I hope you said quarters. And I see that I have 2 quarters here. So I'm going to count my quarters. 25, 50. Okay, next I want to go to my dimes, and those have a value of 10 cents each. So I'm going to count by tens now. Okay, so I'm at 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, or $1. Okay, so now that's going to change my $26 in a minute, isn't it? Okay, all right, so I'm ready to move on to my nickels. So I have $1.05, $1.10, and then I'm ready for my pennies. $1.11, $1.12, $1.13, $1.14. All right, so all of these coins here have a value of $1.14. Now, since I did go over and I've added $1 here, I need to change my $26 in dollar bills to $27. And then here I have my 14 cents that are left over. Okay, and I add my dollar sign. All of this money has a value of $27.14. Good job. All right, now it's time for you to try some on your own. I'm going to give you 3 problems that I want you to draw out on your whiteboard and see if you can solve on your own. So take a minute, pause the video, draw, count, and write whatever you need to count, and then come back and check with me and see if you've gotten this right. Okay, go ahead and pause the video now. Okay, so I've done my dollar bills. You have 2 5s and 2 ones, that it has a value of $12. Okay, so now I've added my coins in, and when I add up all of these coins, I get a total of $1.01. So now I have to change my dollar bills from 12 to one more, which is 13. And then I have 1 lonely cent left over. So this value of money has a value of $13.01. Okay, I hope you got that right. All right, pause the video here, erase, and go ahead and count all of the money on this page. Okay, I've counted my dollar bills. This time I have a value of $30 with my dollar bills. Okay, now I'm going to count my coins. Okay, so here's how I counted my coins. I counted all my quarters first. Then I did the trick where I was at 75 and I did a nickel to get me to 80. And then I was able to start counting my dimes by tens. And I ended up with a value of $1.36. So I need to change my dollar bills from 30 to 31 and then add my 36 cents and my dollar sign. So this page has a value of $31.36. High five somebody if you got that right. All right, last problem you're going to solve. Go ahead and pause the video and draw this money out and see what you can count. Wow, look how much money we have in dollar bills here. We've got $50. Wish we had this in real life, don't you? Now count your coins. Okay, here's what I have for my coins. I did my 3/4, so I was at 75 cents here, and then I made a jump with a nickel to 80. And then I was able to count my dimes by tens, and I jumped to my nickels and pennies, and that gave me a total of $1.26. So now I have to change my $50 bills to 51 and add my 26 cents and my dollar sign. Okay. All right, so this page has a value of $51.26. Give yourself a thumbs up if you got that right. Great job today counting money with dollar bills.